guys, welcome back to the channel. And before we get into everything, like as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you always know when you're going to get my videos. Now, today we'll be reviewing 2021's The West Side Story. Now, with Oscar season ramping up and it being right around the corner, I'm going to have a few Oscar reviews and Oscar videos that I'm going to be doing. So, look forward to that. So, today, like I said, we're going to be doing The West Side Story 2021, and this is directed by Steven Spielberg and stars Ansel Elgort, Rene Zegler, Ariana DeBose, and Rita Moreno. Now, let's get into it. So, the first thing I really want to talk about is the one thing that everybody will probably say 10 out of 10 got knocked out of the park. The most memorable thing about this movie is probably the choreography and the set and production design and the costume design. Steven Spielberg brings a very vibrant liveliness to this movie. This movie is bursting with color, and the sets and all the production feel so lived in, but also huge and humongous all in the same time. I've not seen the original, but from the snippets I have seen, you can tell a stark difference in the way this movie was filmed and how it looks. Steven Spielberg brings a bigger than life feel to this movie that the first one I feel didn't have, and is the reason probably why he wanted to remake this one the way he did. And also, the cinematography in this is amazing. It's plain and simple. The shots that you get in this movie and the shots of the choreography and the dancing and the characters is just phenomenal. It's so many of these shots in this movie that look so phenomenal. So Steven Spielberg, as always, did a phenomenal job directing and shooting this movie. Now, story-wise, it's a pretty straightforward story. If you've seen The West Side Story, you might have made a couple of tweaks, but for the most part, it's a story you always known about two people who shouldn't get together falling in love. So from story-wise, it's not really anything new, but for a movie like this and musicals, you don't really come for them for that. You come for the dancing and mostly the music. Now, which leads into my second point of the certain aspects that I look for with musicals and everything like that is memorable music. The choreography can be there, and the choreography in this is amazing, but just for me, I've always felt like it needed to be a balance of both doing good work in combination with each other. And for me personally, this one was very much so leaning toward choreography. The songs were great, they were okay. A few that I really liked is A Boy Like That, I Have Love, America, I Feel Pretty. Those are a few standout songs that I can really remember that I really enjoyed. But for the most part, the music was okay, and the choreography definitely overstated the music. So from that aspect, I didn't really like it in that sense, because some of my favorite musicals are Rent, Grease, and a favorite from recent times is The Rocket Man. And The Rocket Man being that it's an artist and it has much more to play on with musically wise. But Rent and Grease, those movies are so memorable because of the music. And even Grease, more so than Rent, had the choreography to back it up as well, but the music itself is what makes that movie last so long. So that's just a personal thing for me of needing the music to be just as good as the choreography. But besides that, the movie was phenomenal. Now, another issue I had when we go to the actors and actresses and everything like that, for me, the weakest link of this movie is actually the lead in Ansel Elgort. He did a fine job, he did an okay job, but when you bounce him off and compare him to the two I'm about to say now of Rene Zegler and Ariana DeBose, it is so stark, the difference in singing ability. These are Broadway singing actresses, and it shows. Even Rita Moreno, you could just, it's such a difference when he is singing compared to when they are singing. It's just a liveliness, a depth to their voices and how they sing that he, as a regular artist, does not bring. And for me, that it was just so apparent every single time you would hear him singing and then compare it to when they started singing, because most of the songs that I remember were with those two. And but yeah, speaking of those two, they were stars. They were the standouts in this movie. Every single time they came on screen, you did not want to look away. Their voices were so good and so amazing. I hope to see them in more stuff because they were absolutely phenomenal. So for me, it was a really good musical, and it was worth the remaking and retelling because of the production design and how vibrant Steven Spielberg made it. Plus Renee Zegler and Ariana DeBose, who knocked it out of the park, even with the lead being the weakest link, and especially musically and all these things. It wasn't perfect, but it still was a great time, and I highly enjoyed this, and I highly recommend it. It's streaming on HBO Max and Disney Plus, so if you want to see it on there, go check it out. And I would have to give this a 4 out of 5. So please, like me with Rent and Grease, comment below what is your favorite musical. What type of musical type of thing do you like? Do you appreciate the choreography? Do you just want it for the music? Whatever it is, let me know, and like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.